Hello, everyone, and welcome to my once weekly show. My name is Michelle Marie, and I am both a Vedic astrologer and tarot and oracle card reader. And I am so excited to have the amazing medium Ramzi Cheety on the show today. Welcome, Ramzi.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's just one of his title, guys. If you look at the description, Ramzi is a star. He is. So what are your? I'll just let him introduce himself. So
Okay.
Tell us a little bit more about yourself, Ramzi.
Uh, I'm well, I have a lot of things under my belt, but I just rebranded myself into a holistic alchemist, which is a
Yeah.
combination of all of these things rather than a healer, a medium, a psychic. So I put them all together under one belt called a holistic alchemist. What an alchemist does is just it changes, it transmutes metal from regular metal into gold or whatever it is. So it changes the energies within you and help you overcome whatever issues that we usually actually carry along with us. You know.
I love that. I love that. So if someone were to come to you, what would they expect as far as a service or what you can offer them?
Well, what I offer is one, which is holistic alchemist, and what
Hmm.
does that what that entails? It depends on the person what they're looking for. So mainly, what I do, I can do a reading. I do other
Hmm.
stuff. We have a constructive conversations first, and then from there we build on what needs to be done.
Hmm.
Usually, lately it's been happening more and more is to go into the subconscious to remove certain blockages that a person has, and I do that through hypnosis and neuro linguistic programming. So it's kind of interesting little package that I kind of created,
Hmm.
which engulfs almost all of them into one without having one to be prominent. So I can't say I'm a psychic medium anymore. I'm there to help and realign people as they need and guide them on their path.
That's beautiful. So you mentioned neuro linguistic. For those in the chat, can you paraphrase that or tell us a little bit more about that, what that means?
Okay, neurolinguistic programming is
Hmm.
basically hypnosis.
Hmm.
We kind of what we do in NLP is take somebody on a journey, basically a meditative journey, whereby we kind of put the conscious mind to sleep a bit, and we move it away so that the subconscious mind can come out, and there where you have all the information and all the blockages, the fears and other stuff that are sitting there from early ages or previous lives or whatever it is that we're holding on to without even knowing. So what we do, we kind of I work with the person to go into that section of their mind and
Hmm.
have them untangle that energy that is sitting there
Mm.
and allowing it to flow out so that when the conscious mind comes back up and want to control everything, because that's what we try to do,
Hmm.
the subconscious doesn't have the program to disrupt anymore.
So that would be really good for trauma therapy as well.
It works for that too. And that's why when somebody loses someone and they want to speak to them and want to see what is happening, this actually helps a lot.
So you're not only a psychic medium that can connect people to their loved ones, but then you can provide remedies to help them through the trauma and through the grief that they're going through.
Yes.
That's beautiful, you guys. Yeah, definitely book a reading with Ramsey. I just put his link in the chat. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much. I want to say hi to some wonderful people in our audience. Thank you all for joining us. Kim B is here. Thank you so much for saying hello, Kim B. Akella
Hello.
B24 is here. It's wonderful to see you, Akella. Joyful Jen is here. It's lovely to see you, dear. Jane, oh, lovely to see you, honey. And let's see. And then, oh, and here is Ramsey's channel. You guys can go ahead and click on that and please subscribe. He's going to have a lot of great things coming out. And he also has a podcast that he's going to release as well. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it's launching tomorrow. If you just like and subscribe that YouTube channel at N12D, youtube.com backslash at
Mhm.
N12D. And tomorrow we're launching the podcast. So you'll know more about it. I just don't want to spoil it a day before. But we have changed it drastically. It used to be open mic for those who used to listen to it. And now it's in 12D, in the 12th dimension. So we talk about the 12 dimensions and all kinds in between. And
So
would love to have you all on the channel to listen to it.
oh, wonderful. Well, I went ahead and put that link in there. And if you're on YouTube, you can just click on his profile picture here and you can join him. You can find out what those 12 dimensions are all about. It's exciting stuff. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, so we also have Funboy is here. It's good to see you, Funboy. Welcome. And
Aloha.
then Jane says, sending love. I have a cat in my lap. I will be receiving messages. I love it. And the lovely Rachel is here. It's lovely to see you, Rachel. Welcome, honey. Sending love to you and Sir Ollie. He is just darling. Congratulations on 15 years old. Oh my gosh, that's such a big deal, sweetie. And then Nancy, it's lovely to see you. It's so great to see you, Nancy. And yes, Ramzi's here. It's been a while, hasn't it? I've missed him a lot. So, and guess what? I moved to Mexico and he moved to Peru. So there you go.
That's why I've been hiding a bit.
They're happy to see you, Ramzi. We missed you. And CEV12 is here. Lovely to see you. And everyone's saying hi to each other. And yeah, so if you guys, this is Ramzi's YouTube link. So go ahead and click on that. Go ahead. Oh, Nancy says she just subbed. Yay. And then Rachel goes, you did? Oh my gosh, I thought you were in Montreal. Yeah. So he's officially an expat like me. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. Also, it's hot over here, not like Montreal.
Oh yeah, it's in the 80s here, so we're getting the hot weather for sure. Oh my gosh. All right, so go ahead and please put your questions in. We did get a tip from you, Rachel, so you are going to be first. And yeah, so things that are going on my channel. As you guys know, I'm on every morning except for Monday mornings at around 8:30 a.m. Central. That would be 6:30 for Pacific and 9:30 for Eastern. And I just go through what's going on in the sky astrologically and how it relates to current events. And then I go into some helpful passages from the Gita, Swami Sivananda's works, as well as a tarot spread for the day to help you guys stay grounded. I also include remedies during that as well. So you're welcome to join in the morning if you can. Otherwise, you can watch the playback. And I've got some great things that you can do to try to stay grounded during these crazy times, especially if you're in Los Estados Unidos, which is like loco. So, I'm not going to announce it yet, but because the date yet, because Jane and I haven't figured it out. But we do want to get together and do a reading on Claudia Staunbaum, who is the president of Mexico. I looked into her chart, guys. She's a powerhouse, and kind of compare her to other world leaders and what we can expect from her. And my goodness, does she have an amazing background? So that should be a pretty fun show. And then, all right, fun boy, I went ahead and got you in. And Rachel, go ahead and ask your question, dear, too. So yeah, if you guys want to find out what's going on astrologically, you can just visit me. You can visit me in the mornings. That's what I'm doing there. So yay. All right. So Rachel, while you ask your question, I'm going to go ahead and get started just with a collective card. You're welcome, fun boy. What do you guys want me to focus on? Okay. Okay. So this is my card for the United States being upside down because the Empress actually looks like she is the Statue of Liberty, and she came up upside down. Okay, so if you're feeling a little like your country is being taken over by oligarchs and they're starting a kleptocracy, as Bernie Sanders puts it, you're not alone. That's what's going on. Okay, we're being gaslit as a country. Now I'm out of it, but the people who are still in the United States and who are from there are being affected. Like, for instance, they got rid of, they basically froze Social Security for anyone who's not living outside, who's living abroad outside of the United States. They're doing a lot of things behind the scenes to wreck our governments and our institutions and things like that. They want you to kind of watch your guard. be careful, be wary of what's going on, and make sure to protect yourself and your family moving forward. And I go extensively into things that you can do in my morning show. So you'll definitely want to hit that. Okay. All right, Joyful Jen, you got it. And Rachel says, I'm surprised you're in Peru since you're a Canadian. Hey, why is that? He's actually Lebanese, right, Ramzi?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lebanese and Canadian.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. So, okay. So I'm just starring a few more. All right, Rachel, I am looking for your question. Oh, she's saying it's so good to see you. That's awesome. Okay, Rachel. So while we're waiting for your question, I will just go ahead and pull for the next person. And we'll see how this comes out. And so Fun Boy is our first question. And he says, will our job site finally give us the raise as promised? If long, how so? Yes, I got the Queen of Pentacles, and then I got the King of Pentacles, and then I got the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, you're going to get it. How long? Let me ask how long. That was really easy, Fun Boy. I got King of Pentacles. It's probably going to happen pretty soon. So that's pretty cool. I got it again. And then I got, let's see, 9. So let me think. Wands is days. So about 9 days is what I'm getting there. What do you, and I'll get Ramsey a little time to check in.
Oh, waiting for me?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Sorry. I wasn't paying attention. I was paying attention somewhere
you're fine.
else.
You do you. Hey, Susan, good to see you, honey. And you're welcome, Fun Boy.
The question was about raise, and
Yes.
I got a yes in a short term. But there was something else that I missed. There's an event it's like there's an event happening or something. There's something will happen and then this thing will take place, but it's not a long time. Give us raise promises. How long? So yeah, it doesn't look like it's a long time from now. It's a short, but there's something in between happening. Not sure what it is.
Okay.
Hope that answers your question.
Yeah, definitely. Well, congratulations, Fun Boy. We all like raises. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. So Rachel says she's being very specific with her question. So she says, oh, Jane, I got you in, girl. And Jane, thank you for being a member. You're awesome. So I guess general cards, just playing the waiting game and not enjoying it. Not sure what I need to do. Okay, so Rachel works for the United States Army. So she's under the new administration. And she actually, when they had the inauguration, she was supposed to go and sing, play, be a part of that, and also stand in for Melania. And she hit a deer with her car. So that was literally divine energy keeping her from going there, which was crazy. And then she goes, I'm also curious if I was going to go on tour as well. And you're welcome, Fun Boy. He says, thank you, kind sir. Ramsey is a very kind sir. All right, Sherman and Bowen, welcome. I'll go ahead and start your question. Okay. And just to let everybody know, we get to our tippers first, and then we get to the rest of the people in the chat. Okay. Okay. So Rachel, first I got that you might be putting a little too much into this, kind of take a step back. I did get the hangman reverse. This tells me that you just have to hang in there, and but this also tells me, because he came up reversed, that you might be putting a little too much thought into this or trying to please someone that doesn't really deserve it. Okay, so I asked what was kind of going on, and I've got a lot of, hold on to what you have card. Okay, so don't do anything extravagant right now. The primary focus is to just hold on to your possessions instead of seeking something new. Just kind of stay in the status quo right now. That's probably why you're kind of in a time of waiting. But this is a time for you to reflect on your values and your self-worth, is the main thing that they're saying. And that's because those qualities can never be taken away from you. They're invaluable. All right. They're saying it's about money, a little bit about your professional reputation. Just demonstrate that you have your priorities in order, and just manage and protect what you're entrusted with. And that includes Ollie. Now, I know he's getting later in his years, so if you find that you have extra time during the day, spend it on him, okay? Security comes from within is what the main thing that you're actually learning in this life, because there's a lot of anxiety in and around you and has been for a long time, especially with that Rahu moon energy. So, embrace a conservative approach when it comes to your time, when it comes to your money, when it comes to your energy. And they're also saying don't shut yourself off from fresh opportunities because they're valuable, but also don't let them cloud your judgment moving forward, because there's a lot of things up in the air right now, and the collective is, you can feel the collective a lot more than most. I mean, we've already talked about this. And she says, I'm struggling with this at work, my self-esteem. Okay, so just have a conservative approach and try not to put your esteem into being the best dog mom that you could ever be for Ollie, because I know that you already have that, and he loves you in spades. So I would definitely focus on that for sure. Okay. And tons of people are coming in. Lalima, it's lovely to see you. The lovely Jackie is here. I went ahead and got your question in, Lalima. And let's see, Lin Shi, thank you so much for joining us. And Fifi Ryder, great name. I went ahead and got yours in too. And then she says, but also energetically, I'm done there. Oh, sweetie. All right. So I'll wait for Ramzi to kind of tap into the work situation for you too.
Okay. Rachel, well, it's almost the same message that I got, which is basically center yourself and work on yourself. Like basically come inward, don't go out. Try to filter 90% of what you hear, what you see, what you feel, because they're really not required. And what is required from you is to ground yourself and focus on what is the most important. And I know your dog is most important right now, but other than the dog, there's also you, that you have to focus on yourself more than ever. Now, there's a tide coming, or you're within, not a tide, but a wave that is coming. You're in it. You can do nothing about it. Okay. You can either freak out over it and just drown, or you can focus on yourself and raise your vibration that lifts you up and ride that wave as it comes along. Because once you're centered, I see your vision will be what do you call it? More sorry, sometimes I just see things. Your vision will be more clear, and you're not boggled down by the noise around you. And you could see opportunities and directions whereby your guides will tell you where you're going. I understand you're hiding part of it. I just saw that. I can easily relate. We all, especially empath people, we went into a cocoon and we don't want to see the world because, dear God, it's such a scary thing out there. But if you take yourself out of it, okay, not completely hiding, because it does affect our mental health a bit. But if we get out of that and just be within the surrounding and just don't care whatever is happening, and the funny part is that I did the same thing from last year. Well, everything was falling apart around me and all of that, and it just like went through my turmoil, screamed, yelled, whatever it is, and then got myself back centered. And when I was centered, oh my God, the line just opened up, and I was like, tick, 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 and I'm here right now. And it's just like, it was an easiest thing I've ever done. And all that is because I just blocked all the noise around me. And I know it's easier said than done, but I know you can do it. I don't need to go out much. I know. I locked myself in. Trust me, for 3 months, I locked myself in with my dog. But sometimes we have to face the world a bit, but don't let it affect you. That's the thing. Kind of protect yourself from all the noise that is happening around you. And sometimes within the noise, you'll find a silver lining that will help you move forward. It's important because once you're focused, you can see that.
You can, but it's usually after the fact for me. I totally relate to that, Ramsey. That's really great advice. Thank you.
Welcome.
Oh, Rachel, our heart goes out to you as you go through that because that's a hard place to be. Nicole, it is lovely to see you, dear. And she says, we need a boat. Just go out on a boat and meditate. Be with Varunaji. That's got to be ocean. So, and then Susan, I don't know why that is. That is very weird. Okay, well, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. Let me try to find my other link too. I'll put that in the chat as well. I actually just started Buy Me a Coffee. Have you heard of that, Ramsey?
No.
It's actually
What's
pretty
that?
cool. They only take 5%, which is it's good, and they don't have a lot of weird stuff going on like the some of the other payment systems do when it comes to
Oh, cool.
channels. Yeah. I stopped doing YouTube just because they take 54%. It's like, are you kidding me? That's insane. Okay, so I went ahead and put that in the chat, guys. Okay. And yes, Susan, I'll go ahead and I'll get you in. All right. And Jackie, you are such a great mod. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm having Scott on next month. I can't wait to read with him again. He's just a star. Okay. And Viviani is here. It's lovely to see you, Viviani. Thank you for saying hi. It's lovely to see you. And Rachel, is there anything you need to watch out for at work? Well, I got the possessions card. So look after your possessions. That's the main thing that they have you looking at. Okay. So things that are valuable. That's what I'm getting.
Take them home.
Okay.
I did the same. I knew what was coming.
Interesting. Okay, well, now you know. All right, Rachel, sending you lots of love, sweetie. Okay, so our next tipper is the lovely Lalima, and then we'll get to you, Susan. Okay. So Miss Lalima, I believe she wants something from her guides. Let me find her question. There she is. All right. So Lalima, I've got some great news from your guides. Now, I can see that there's some drama going on possibly at work. Okay. There's a lot of obsession. There might be a power struggle. I picked up on a like kind of King of Pentacles kind of energy here. So Pluto is all about, he's Yama in the Vedic tradition. And so the god of death is kind of coming through and going, yeah, something needs to kind of change in this department. I got that it has to do with a some type of a philanthropy, okay, that you're involved in. This is giving to those that, you know, they're kind of coming from hard times. They need more help than the average person. Children, are you still working with orphans? So that this might be working with children in a medical capacity. Okay, there's something big happening there because Yama's coming through. I tapped into your energy and they gave me the magician. You have everything you need in this situation. You have all the alchemy, all the tools. You're a medical doctor, dear. You can go anywhere in the world and make your talents known. Okay, the reason why I say you can go anywhere in the world is because I did pull Promise of the Future. And this is from the Whispers of Ganesh. Okay, so this is an actual really beautiful card. It's all about just rest assured, everything, that something is new on the horizon for you. And notice that Ganesha is turning his palms outward. This is the Abhaya mudra. It's to take away fear and make us fearless. It's a mudra of reassurance and of safety. And sometimes they picture Ganesha with having an Om on his palm as he's blessing us. So he's surrounding you with his divine protection and bliss as you go through this kind of Yama-like moment. And notice that his crown here, it's yellow. That reflects the yellow chakra. Okay, that's the Manipura chakra. It's in our solar plexus right here in the ab region. So it's fiery yellow. It's just like the sun. And it's related to your personal power and your self-esteem. So if you feel a little kicked in this environment, know that that's not you, that's the other person. Okay, because you actually have a lot of power here. And if you exhibit confidence, reliability, responsibility, that really good purposeful motivation, you will prevail and you're going to find that you're going to enter into a new awareness and there are going to be new things waiting on the horizon for you. So the guides are asking you to tap into them because they're going to help you uncover the desires of your subconscious mind and follow any creative nudges that you're feeling. Okay. They're going to send you an innovative spark, and it's going to come a little unexpectedly. I love it when I get those. And that's going to put you in a path that's going to give you a whole new view of the world. So just reflect on those past endeavors, because I know you've got them in spades. You're a very, very talented professional person. And as you move through this, just kind of know that there is an ending taking place, but just know that life does have its cycles, and that you will learn and grow from this, and that you'll strengthen this chakra a little bit more. It's ruled by Mars. Okay. So they're saying with this ending will come a new dawn, and that's what Ganesha is standing in front of here. Okay. So little drama in that department, but know that you've got this and you're going to be okay. Okay, sweetie. Does that mean a change of job? It means that something major is going to change in that area, is what I'm getting, especially if you work for a philanthropy. Okay. I don't know if this is a volunteer-based position or if it's your main job, but that's what I got from the guides there. Hey, sixes, it's lovely to see you. Oh, that's your boss and you work with children. Okay, so then yes, it would be that, because that's what they were showing me in my, I see movies, but like you have a lot of things that you do. So like, which one? So yeah, all right. So yeah, you got it, sweetie.
Yeah, have no fear. There's a transformation that is taking place. It's on both level within yourself and within your work environment, but it's stronger on the work environment. But it's a reflection of how you're evolving yourself too, the way I see it. So there is a change. There's a change that is coming. It shows me a butterfly. You're moving from one form into another. You're just like spreading your wings. I still feel a bit not able to speak your truth. Something is kind of holding you back, or something that you don't want to kind of like talk about it. That's kind of like icking you a bit. So just kind of let it out, because what is happening, it's kind of stressing you out more than you're required to stress out, and that's moving you from your alignment. The more you're aligned, the better it is for yourself, and you'll be able to kind of, I don't want to say weather the changes, but actually flow with the changes, because you're kind of in control with what is happening. And also your guides are there for you, so please listen to them.
All right.
Hope that helps.
And she goes, I'm definitely a little icked. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I gotcha. All right. Interesting. Okay, Kimby, I will go ahead and get you in. Thank you so much. And Susan, all right, you are next, Miss Susan. And then let me see if I starred Kimby. I don't think I did. For a question. Kim, go ahead and ask your question, because I am looking for it right now. And because it's just me, Jonathan can't help me on his tab because oh wait, I'm not seeing it. Yeah, so go ahead and ask your question, and you'll be after Susan. Okay, sweetie? All right. Welcome, Lalima. Thank you for letting us tap in and help you out. You're an amazing soul, and it's great to connect with you. All right, Susan, here we go. We are traveling tomorrow to participate in Nadia Bolz-Weber's Revival in Red States. I'm at odds over the political situation with some people I love very much. You're not alone, sweetie. How might I approach the revival or other situations regarding this issue and keep my sanity, oh, I hear you, and my relationships, or anything else that comes up for me today? Well, that's a great question, and that explains the cards a little bit. The first thing I got was Pisces. Tap into your spirituality. That's the only way to handle this type of thing. You know, that's what Jesus did when they killed him. I'm serious, because those are the same people that are doing this. I'm not saying this about friends or family members. I'm not saying that they're Jesus killers, but if they're doing it to other people, they might as well be, because he lives inside of all of our hearts. Okay. So what I'm basically saying is, forgive them, Father, they know not what they do. In the South, God will bless their heart. Okay. They have vitamin D deficiency. Okay. Vitamin D is, they are deficient when it comes to empathy. They are deficient when it comes to love. They are deficient in their lives in a lot of areas. Okay. And It's because they just never picked up on that love or those lessons in past births, and they're carrying it into this one. And it's probably going to take a few more births for them to get the message. That's how I deal with it. It was shocking to me to find out how many people, especially in the tarot and oracle card community, that support what's going on. It drives me crazy. But you have to approach it with, okay, what happened to this person and why do they think it's okay to go forth with this type of agenda against people? Okay, so you're not alone, one. Okay, so just know that. And then, okay, you want a prospect reading. You got it, Kim. Okay, so the main thing that I'm getting is I got an Eight of Swords energy. They're saying don't really decide yet. Okay, don't rush into action. Just kind of hold your tongue as people talk. I know that you're a singer and you like to know, you're also a talker. They're actually showing me that you really like to connect with people and you're very gregarious. And but they're saying that your higher mind holds the key here and that she can help you navigate this. Don't rely on others to provide clarity or rescue you when you're having these conversations, because this is your own journey. And sometimes it's best not to just get involved, if that makes sense. A lot of people are in denial right now. They're being fogged. They don't want to live with the fact that they might have done something that's going to not only hurt themselves, but their family members, their community members, and everybody that they love and hold dear. So I know that you're very used to being a very decisive person, and hitting the brakes can be a little challenging, but don't lose your, okay, you're not going to lose your edge. That's the main thing that they're saying. They're saying embrace a philosophical approach and practice patience. Lord, give me patience and give it to me now. So know that in kind of holding back and not being impulsive with your responses, that will avoid a lot of misunderstandings, because a lot of people, they're showing me like Jack Nicholson going, you can't handle the truth. It literally is like that right now. There's a really strong North Node, Rahu, Neptune conjunction happening, and the Sun and Mercury are headed their way too. And so the collective is already fogged and they're about to get more fogged. So trying to put your light, your enlightenment into them is not going to work right now. They're just closed. But if you really feel confused, you need to just kind of let things out. I would just get some guidance from a wise counselor or someone in your life that has like a good grounded approach to this, and then just let everything out there. Or find a really good friend or even Daniel and say, can you believe this? Can you believe this? So, but yeah, doing it in a public forum is not going to get anywhere. That's the main thing that they're saying. So I did get some good cards for you. The first one I got was Promise of the Future. I pulled this for you after, right before you sold your house. And I said, you've got a big, beautiful path in front of you, especially because you're in Jupiter Mahadasha. He is in that 12th house. So your focus needs to be on spirituality. And the 12th house is also death. So in hospitals and things like that. It's also asylums. And that's kind of what I feel like we're dealing with in America right now. So kind of taking a step back and really focusing on your health and what's best for you is number one right now. And know that you have a very beautiful and promising future. I just got those 11 divisions, which is just amazing. And know that a revelation is coming. They're going to get the message. It's not your job to give it to them. They're going to get it through a lot of suffering. They are going to see suffering themselves. They're going to see their family members suffer. It is not going to be good for America. After the April 14th eclipse, a lot of things are going to come out of the woodwork. And then once we get into May and into August, oh my gosh, are they going to go on a looting spree? August is a fantastic month for Donald Trump and his guys. So just be aware of it. That's coming. Prepare for it. And just kind of take a step back and you do you. And know that they will get the message, but it'll have to come from their own suffering, because some people, they don't get it until it happens to them. That's just how it works for some people. And as much as you want, because I'm a teacher and a nurse, and I'm like constantly telling, well, if you just stop smoking, or if you just stop doing this, or if you just stop doing that, you wouldn't have to do this or do that. And they're just not ready. They have to do it themselves. They have to go through an episode that makes them step back and change their headset. People change when they tire of suffering. And there's a lot of people that are going to have to suffer enormous losses in order to learn from this. And it's not your job to teach them. Okay, sweetie, that's the main thing that the guides are saying. And know that you've got a big, beautiful future in front of you, and you are tapped right into spirit. So you're going to be fine, darling. Okay? Sending you lots of love. I'm excited to see what Ramzi has for you.
Here is. I feel your anxiety, and it's well founded. And one thing that I kept on hearing is that where people come from is from a fear-based place. And that fear drives them to do certain things or say things in a certain way to aggravate the other person just so that they can be heard and felt as people. And I'm getting the chills. And what the guides are saying is that before you get there, try as much as possible to visualize the people you're going to meet and get them in and put yourself, not put yourself in their shoes, but in a way have an empathy towards their fear and understanding, so that when you sit in that environment, you're already pre-programmed not to listen to the bullshit. Sorry, I must. Maybe I'm not allowed to say these things, but so that you don't get engaged in the drama and the trauma of other people. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I know. It's not going to be easy. I'll be very honest with you. And what I was told is going to be a bit challenging for you. But if you do this little exercise and you remind yourself every time you're listening to someone, why they're saying what they're saying. And if you feel just not about insecurity, but if you feel you're being pushed to the limit, excuse yourself from the environment. Thank them and just walk away to the bathroom and tear all the tissue paper in there. Just let it out and calm yourself and come back well composed, because the whole idea of a hurt person is to hurt other person, and that comes out with everybody, and I'm not talking red and white, blue and red, but it comes with everyone, and that's the norm of a human being. So but I see it more as the division happens within your area. So just protect yourself and be ready to move away from situation and also have the empathy towards others. I hope that helps. It's not going to be easy, let me tell you. I saw difficulties coming up, but yeah, damaged people make damaged decisions. Absolutely. So yes, just be grounded as much as possible. It's very hard, but just be grounded.
And you're getting lots of love in the audience, Susan, as you go through that. You are not alone. I was absolutely shocked. And of course, Sixty, she's bringing out the Latin. All right, you go. So that's a lot to handle, sweetie. And know that you're not alone. I mean, I'm with you. And I literally have to take a big step back and go, okay, this is just something they have to go through. And it's not my job to reach in and to that wood shredder and grab them out of it. Okay, because that's what's coming. And she goes, thanks so much, Ramzi. I remind myself why they're saying what they're saying and lead when needed, not expecting to be easy, but oh, you're so welcome. She goes, I sure appreciate y'all's counsel. You're welcome, sweetie. And then, oh, there we go. You get an extra heart from Ramzi. I love that. And Jacqueline says, try to remember you can't save everyone. I save anyone I can, but it won't be everyone. You are exactly right, Jacqueline. There is, what was it? Was it Navajo or was it Lakota? There is a Lakota parable that I think can help you, Susan. And I'm just going to give you the really, really small version of it. There was a shaman who was going to rescue a village of people, a medicine man. And he was going up this really hard track. And there was a man who said, hey, I need help. Can you please hold this rope? And he goes, well, why do you need me to? And then the guy jumps off a cliff. And he's having to hold this rope. And the guy's just dangling there. And he was like, no. He's like, what are you doing? Why are you jumping off a cliff? And the guy goes, you have to keep holding on to the rope. Otherwise I'll die. Long story short, hours later, the guy's not letting go. He's just like picking berries and doing whatever he wants down there. And the shaman goes, I have an entire village of people to save. Unless you put this rope around your waist and you start pulling yourself up this mountain, I'm going to drop you. And he eventually did. And this was the medicine man who said, one death is worth dozens. And when he did, he fell into the river and he was able to swim away. So he didn't die. But the whole moral of the story is you can't keep holding the rope for people who aren't going to pull it themselves. Okay. There are people in my life that I pray for every single day because they're in dangerous situations or abusive situations, or they're surrounded by people that are really toxic and horrible to them. And I pray for them every single day and I love them with all my heart, but I can't have anything to do with them because their family members are insane, or their friends are insane, or they don't even know some of the things that their family members and friends did to us. So behind the scenes, because it can be that bad, especially abusive men. That seems to be my cross to carry in this birth. So I've been there. You're not alone when it comes to dealing with people that are in toxic environments. And sometimes they have to suffer through it and get out of them themselves. And all you can do is sit back and pray for them. And that's it, because you said what you said, your piece. Okay, sweetie. And she goes, true, but those nearest and dearest, it hurts so bad. I went through this in Sati Sati, honey. It tore my heart apart because there are people in my life that I'll always love, but I can't have them in my life anymore. It just sucks, because they chose to get involved with bad people, things like that. So know that you are loved and that you can always come here and we can help you out, okay? And then Nicole says, the consciousness and collective, the universe has your back. Yes, very good. And Lin Chi, that was the Lakotas. That was not me, but thank you. I'm just a scooching and repeating over here. So I appreciate that. All right. And yeah, lots of love from the audience, sweetie. So you've got lots of support there. All right. Oh my goodness, what times we live in. Okay, so Kim, you are next, my dear. And then we have Sherry Lynch, and then we have Viviani. All right. And again, we're doing tippers first. And if we can get to the rest of you toward the end, we will. All right. Oh, thank you, Susan. We appreciate you, darling. And we're with you as you go through that. Okay, so the lovely, the amazing, where are you? Kim B. You would love a love prospect reading.
Oh.
So this is about, you don't have a family right now. Am I getting that right? Because I got some family cards here. So you can be a little more specific, because what the guides are telling me is you might want to move to another country. This came up in spades right before the election. I kept getting third and ninth house from the karma cards. And this tells me get on the phone, get on your email, start doing some research and communicate, possibly moving abroad. Because you're not going to be happy about what is coming for your family. I don't know if you live in Los Estados Unidos, aka the United States, but you are going to want to move. There's a new beginning coming for you, and that's what the guides are pointing me toward. All right, I know that's kind of a bit, but every time I get those two cards, the guys just say it to them. I'm like, okay. So again, I don't know if you're still here with us, sweetie, but that's the main energy that I'm getting, is that you might want to move your family to another foreign land. I do astrocartography. So if you're looking for something there, that's great. You have a mother and 3 grown sons. That's them. So something is going to happen that family is not going to like. Okay, something big. Now, like I said, March 14th, that's a huge eclipse. Whew, it's got 2008 written all over it, and then we have a big Saturn opposition happening in May. So this has got a lot of economic things that are going to be coming out. I get lots of King of Pentacles reversed, like bad financial things are coming for the United States. So just be aware of that, all right? And you're going to have to pull your resources together, and for astrological purposes only, really, really make some changes, okay? Because the main thing that I'm getting for you, sweetie, is I got beginnings. Yay, new things. Okay, this is not a bad thing. Now, and notice that this is a Ganesha, okay, and he has a couple of palms here, and in this palm there's the little Om, and he's making the Obaya mudra, and that's a gesture of reassurance and safety. So that is going to help you dispel some fear, and it accords divine protection over you and your family. This is a symbol of power or lotus in his other hand, and that's in red sandalwood paste. So that symbolizes your ability to harness this coming energy through your chakras, which represent a wheel of lotuses. And at the top is 1,000-petaled lotus that connects us to divine energy. And that's enlightenment. That's at the top of the skull. And notice that he's got both of those for you. Okay. That means that something new, a new beginning is coming for you and your family. And sometimes that has a lot of, especially for you guys, it'll have a very deep spiritual significance for you. Because it's encouraging you to consider things from a completely different perspective and connect with your inner guidance as you do this. Okay. They're saying to release the need to bring others into your vision, especially if you're keeping you from moving forward. And trust yourself to do what's needed once you come to the conclusion that something big is going to come. Okay. Know that creativity, love, and finances will flow before you in this new beginning, and ask your guides to assist you with this new energy and opportunities that wait ahead of you. Just to give you some encouragement, Kim, it was very difficult for us to move because Jonathan has a lot of roots in the United States. He also has a medical doctor there. He had really great, he had health insurance we were paying thousands of dollars into. We had a lot of things because he's got some stuff that he's dealing with. We still made the jump here to Mexico. And we finally went through all of his medical protocols here, and we went to a new neurologist. And I walked into this guy's office and I went, oh God, am I going to have to sell a limb to be able to afford this guy? Because he had like the marble floors and the beautiful furniture, and he's got like the nice receptionist, and like it's a really nice building. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. In the United States, this would have been thousands of dollars. And so I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? And so he goes through his entire appointment. He diagnoses him. He gets him on a protocol. It was amazing, by the way. And we go to leave, and it was $50 US. $50 to get all of that workup done. And then we go to pay for his medication, and I look it up on my phone, and it's a lot of money. It would have cost us thousands of dollars a month in the United States. It's $75 here. And I know 75 is a lot for some people, but when you're looking at thousands versus that, it's like, it really makes you realize what's going on in the US. It's like they still have a working in the middle class here. So just to give you some hope for the future as you move into this new beginning. Oh, I'm so glad that the lotus has a lot of meaning for you. They made sure to tell me that, to make sure that his hand right here, which has the symbol of the lotus on it, and he's also holding a lotus as well, that is a symbol for you to connect to your guides and find the next place for you. I also do astrocartography, and I can show you where your lotus is on the map. But that's the main thing that they're showing me, is that there is going to be, some type of a move for you and your family moving forward. Okay. And that to embrace that opportunity and to really communicate what you need done as far as that goes. I got those cards in spades last year, and we're here. So, and it was really scary for us. I'm going to be honest, Kim, because again, Jonathan's 75 this year. Like, I don't want to be moving him. And because of his condition, like he fell off the plane, he like his whole part of his body was bruised. I mean, it was just crazy. And so it was very difficult to get here, but we made it, and he's getting good care. Okay. So know that that is awaiting you. And even though you're going to kind of feel that the family stuff is not going to be that great, know that this new beginning is waiting for you. Okay, sweetie, I'm excited to see what Ramzi taps into.
I because the original question was about love, and I couldn't see anything, but I did see change happening, and well, your card kind of explains it more, because it was something big change that is coming up, and a move is could be one of them. Oh yeah, absolutely. Dental work in Vietnam is like pennies to $1. It's crazy. But I do see you being the center of all the decision, and not kind of all the decision, but the center that kind of guides where you're supposed to go. And that only happens if you're connected. Like, your guys are screaming to just like, listen to us, just sit still for a bit and allow it to flow, because eventually you'll see it happening. You'll see it happening. It's just like, in a garden, there's a little path, and there are lights around that will guide you through the waviness of the path. And that's how I see it for you. But you're well protected, not to fear the change, embrace it, because what's coming up is much better than where you're standing today. Hope that helps.
That is really good. And as far as love goes, I also do relationship readings and love prospect readings as well. So I can actually tell you the best time to find somebody and when you can really start looking. And she says, my mother is Vietnamese. I grew up there first 7 years of my life. That is a beautiful country. Actually, Jonathan and I, that's on the top of our list. We love Vietnam. So, and he actually has a little bit of a history there. He actually stood up against the United States government when he was younger and tried to stop guys from going down there. And he was drafted and managed to get out of the draft because they said that his, long story short, they said he's going to change our boys around. He's going to cause a mutiny because he was so intelligent and he knew exactly what these guys were doing when they were doing it. And he stood in the face of power, and even Nixon himself, and said, you're not going to do this to us. So he was a big, big powerhouse back in that day when it came to protesting the Vietnam War. And he has a big heart for the Vietnamese people. So, and she goes, I like that, the waviness of the path. Thank you, Ramzi. Oh no, he's full of stuff. I love this guy. He's fantastic. So that's why we have him. And so, yeah, definitely consider that. And that might be a part of your love reading. You might find love there as opposed to where you are now. So, and the lovely Rooted Willow is here. It's so good to see you, honey. And she says that you just got up from a nap. So I'm glad that you were able to get some sleep time in, because I know you're taking care of family. So, oh my goodness. And then Pooja is here. It's lovely to see you, Pooja. I did see you come in, honey. And then you said 2 of your sons are in Northern California. Yeah. So we'll see, but they are encouraging that. So, and then Rachel says, okay, the government is supposed to shut down. That might happen in March. So just letting everybody know that could be the eclipse energy that's coming. It did happen in 2013. Okay. So yeah, if the 14th is when the eclipse happens. Okay. So just for entertainment, for actually astrological purposes only, I've been telling people to avoid the Ides of March forever in all of my readings. So just be aware. And yes, the markets are on their way to do some bad things too. All right. That's also for astrological purposes only. So just be aware of that. And, I want to make sure I got everybody here. Oh, sixes, have a great night, sweetie. Thank you for joining us. And so Imelda says, I've been thinking about you and Jonathan for 2 days now. I crossed over to Mexico and have a sonogram pap and a UTI test, $60. She converted the money wrong, and it was going to charge 30. I corrected. Okay. My meds were also 60. Yeah, it's just amazing how much more affordable Mexico is. And it's because they want to take care of their people. They see them as valuable. And they're really family oriented here as well. So it's just a great culture. I love living here. So thank you for saying hi to everyone, Imelda. You're so wonderful. And then, okay, general energy reading. You got it, Tamantha. Okay, I went ahead and put you in the queue. All right. Are there more rodents? I have not seen a single rodent. And actually, there's a ton of them in the Seattle Redmond area right now because they got rid of trash service. It's twice a week. It's twice a month instead of 4 times a month now. So, yeah. And yes, we see you, dear, but we're doing tippers first, okay? All right. So our next one is the lovely Sherry. And I believe this is you. Tell me if I'm right. I love the coral. Is that coral? That's really pretty. Or is it flower? I don't know. It's a really cool picture. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn my light on. Be right back. My light. There we go. Okay, still figuring out this apartment. Okay. Whew. right. So may I have a message? Yes, you may. And Sherry, tell me if it's yes, you're here. Okay, good. Awesome, awesome. Ooh. That's some strong guides, Sherry, because I got Pisces and Sagittarius. They're helping you focus in on something. A mudra you might want to do is this mudra. It's called the Chin Mudra. And what it does is it helps you focus, okay? Really, really hone in on something spiritually, because that's what they're really bringing to my attention, okay? My goodness.
That's what I just saw. I didn't know what it meant. Thank you.
Yeah, because you're undergoing a lot of personal transformation right now, as you can see here. He's actually doing a mudra here. This actually helps you direct your energy. Okay, so you can hold your finger up like this. Really good mudra. Okay, you've got a lot of transformation coming your way, personally included. He's directing the planets here because Ganesha is he's the preceptor for Vedic astrologers, and he helps us with our planetary energies because he removes blockages, which is what Ramzi does too in his practice. So you might want to get a reading with him too. So he is saying to you, you're going through a lot of transformation. When you sit and meditate, make this mudra. Okay, this can help you direct your focus. You can also make a chin mudra. This is going to help you direct your focus when things are happening really quickly. Okay, the best thing that you can do, like I said, I got Pisces. This is all about your spirituality. This is all about tapping into your guides, coming from a place of spiritual clarity. And then I got Sagittarius. This is the guru, and it's all about honing in that spiritual energy into a laser point so that you can see things a lot clearly, a lot more clear, I should say. But know that the answers that you have are within yourself. I got the inner knowing card. This is, you need to spend more time in meditation. When I give readings in the morning, and you can go back and watch the replays, I read from a book called Concentration and Meditation. And if you go to sivananda.org, you can get a free PDF of the book and read it. It can really help you with your meditative practice. What my husband and I do before we meditate is we do a series of mantras for the day. We get up at Guru Muhurta, and that could be any time between 4 and 6 a.m., depending on where you are in the world. You can look it up. You can go to a Guru Muhurta calculator and find out when it is the time for you. And that's the best time to get up and meditate. Before we do that, we do our japa, which is our mantra practice. We do pranayama, which is alternate nostril breathing. We do Brastrika, which is another form of breathing. We read a little bit about from concentration and meditation, and then we sit in meditation in the morning. And what that does is it provides us with a lot of answers that we're not going to get in the 3D world. It helps us connect with our guides, and it opens up that beautiful Sahasrara chakra where we can get really clear messages for the day. That's what they're asking you to step into. And when I pull the meditation card, this tells me that in past births, you've done a lot of spiritual work, because during Kali Yuga, it's very difficult to meditate because we're coming into a very gross material age. Okay. So that's the main message that they're telling you. They're saying, hey, you have a lot of personal transformation coming. We're going to help you hone in some of those energies that are coming at you, because when I get that, it's a lot of Scorpio type energy, rising Phoenix kind of energy. And just kind of asking what that looks like. Okay, you're a little fogged. I got 7 of Cups. There's a lot of things that are going to be laying before you. You're going to have a lot of opportunities, and it's kind of head in the clouds moment. We have a Neptune-Rahu conjunction going on in Pisces right now, and I picked Pisces. So you might be feeling a little more fogged than most, because you might have some planetary energy here or an aspect associated with the guru. So it's important that you tap in, because they're waiting for you, and they're going to help ground you a little more and help you make better decisions moving forward. And that's the main energy that I'm getting for you. Okay. I'm excited to see what Ramzi says.
There's some change at home. It's not at work, it's more at home that I see it. And not in a bad way, but it's happening in your living room. So it is the heart of you, kind of the house, your heart. So something is changing and transforming. There's something else that came in, which is you might have seen some changes that might look negative in a certain way, and okay, what I see is like, when you have a dead tree in the forest, it's not that it's useless or whatever it is. You might see, like, on top of it there's an eagle nest, because it's so high up, but it's actually it's dead. But what uses is the foundation for the nest of the eagle, and it sits on it. So it's like something that is going to be lifting you. How am I gonna explain, like I'm trying to, yeah, something out of the ashes is going to come and lift you up. So don't despair of any changes, and actually embrace them as they come along, and be open to receive. And you're also, your guys are there with you. There's what I see, two or three that is just standing there like pillars around you. Tap into that energy, and it kind of clarifies your mind. It removes the fog of what is happening, and it just directs you in the right direction. I hope I didn't like confuse you a lot, but those images were like kind of strong, and I'm trying to build a story out of it.
Oh, I love that. And Rachel says, I'm hoping that there's not going to be a government shutdown. None of us want that to happen.
Yeah.
But March is going to be a big month astrologically. This is a nasty eclipse, you guys. And, the last time this eclipse affected my husband's chart, the 2008 collapse happened. And he's got Grand Colbert energy in his chart. And we're actually looking at it's a whole thing. So I kind of track what's going on economically when I look at his chart, because all of the economic crashes happened during his nodal returns. And so I looked at that and went, and it's right on his moon. And I went, oh boy. And I can see what's going on with him as well. So I'm kind of seeing what's about to happen on a personal level before it happens on a collective level. And it's a lot. Okay, guys. So just be aware of that, and don't be scared, and just try to do what's best for you and your families moving forward like we did. Okay. And know that there are other countries that do not do this to their people. We're living in one of them right now, and we are so much happier. Okay. Okay. Sending you lots of love, sweetie. Oh, it's hard to be a psychic these days, Ramsey, I'm telling you. Because we're tapping in, and it's like, oh, we have so much heart for you guys. So much. Okay, the lovely Viviani is next. And I have a giant, like, how do I say this, like hospital level light ahead of me. So if I look like I'm being beamed up, it's just my just the light up here. I'm not getting abducted. Okay. All right, let's see. Let me find your question, Vivian. Oh, I already have it. May I have a message from my guides? Thank you. I said, okay, you got it. If there's anything you want to add to that, we are help you. Yeah. Okay, you're here. Yes, it is a mustache mug. This is for Tarot Stash. He'll be on next week, honey. And I've got some really fun things waiting for Gerald. I can't wait to have him on again. And your dreams have been terrible. You're an intuitive dreamer. That's how I get my information. Yeah, sweetie, I totally understand that. And Lynn, she says, I will try to remember not to default to fear. Yes, that is absolutely key during these times. That's really great advice to give yourself, and it tells me that you're coming from a beautiful, grounded place. And yeah, they're calling this a kleptocracy, Nicole. So it's because in an oligarchy, they have social systems in place that they use to control people. They're getting rid of all of the social systems. So I follow Bernie Sanders. I'm a little bit of a fangirl. But he's kind of saying the same thing. And yes, Sherman, we do see you. So you're coming in. Don't worry. We've got Viviani and then Tamatha next, because they are our tippers. Okay. And then Jane is a member, so I'm going to have to get to her question as well. All right. So let me get back to Viviani. All right. So Viviani, the main message that I'm getting for you is they want you to focus on your spiritual practice, because I got Capricorn and Pisces. How amazing is that? They want you to see the more, how do I say this, technical and grounded and economical aspects of it. Okay. Look into payment processing systems, develop a website, or maybe tweak it a little bit. Look into ways that you can develop classes and then market them to people. Very Capricorn. Think more business-like when it comes to your spiritual practice, and mold it into something that you feel will best serve your needs moving forward. Okay, because we are moving into a time where the jobs in the United States, they're taking away took away the middle class. They started in 2008. And the working class is about to get chopped. The main thing I got from my cards looking at Elon Musk's chart is he thinks that AI is going to be able to replace everything. As someone who's worked in tech, it's not ready yet, but these guys aren't really thinking straight. So It's important that you develop a second set of income for yourself and to really think like a Capricorn when it comes to this. When I say think like a Capricorn, what do I mean? Like a businesswoman. Okay, like it's like the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords having a meeting. Okay, so I asked, what card can you guys give me to kind of help Viviani with her beautiful business plan? I got a fire starter, but actually more of like a razor. I actually got Knight of Swords, and he is racing. Okay, so this is my develop your ingenuity card. Okay, this is the perfect time to take your daydreams and turn them into tangible realities. Really boost your self-esteem by engaging others right now, making those connections, showing them that you have very valuable contributions to offer. Reach out, okay? Fearlessly fight for those beautiful ideas that you have. Wow. They're also saying that you have the opportunity to mentor younger individuals. I don't know if you've ever thought of that. So you might think about opening up some classes or something like that to help others. They're saying there is a cause that is near and dear to your heart, and you can rally other people around you to support it right now. That is being supported by your guides. They're saying that you have a very studious approach. I can kind of like see you reading and like taking notes and highlighting things, and you're very quiet and you're like making notes and you study quite a bit. You're like me. They're saying that you can transform a solid reality into that beautiful studious approach that you're taking to your practice. But really start putting yourself out there, because this guy's telling me to express yourself with forcefulness, a little more forcefulness than you're used to. And they're saying you're not argumentative at all, but you do need to kind of like step out and show people who you are. Don't be afraid of causing conflicts right now, because you can drop some of the defensiveness from your arsenal. That's the main thing that I'm seeing, because you're coming with a blazing sword forth. Okay, that's the main thing that I'm seeing. What I said, how is Viviani going to help people? And I got the beautiful strength card. Okay, you're going to help people get that thorn out of their paw, fix that sore tooth, so to speak, deal with the suffering that's going on in their lives, because there's going to be a lot of it, and it's going to be intense, especially going into 2025. People are going to need counselors. They're going to need people from light workers from all cuts of cloth to step in and show them the light, because it's about to get real dark, because these guys are about to turn off all the lights so that they can do what they want behind the scenes. And it's not going to be pretty, and people are going to be scared, and they're going to be searching people with candles. Light your candle, draw your sword, and show them the truth moving forward. That's the main thing that I'm getting, and you can do so gently. That's one of the gifts that you bring. Whenever I see this, it reminds me of the maiden holding the lion, because if you look at the constellation of Leo, that's the lion here, and the maiden is Virgo. So you're able to kind of step in and provide that beautiful earth-like balance into people's lives when they're feeling uprooted, grounded, in pain, things like that. So the collective needs you, and they're asking you to step forward, take that practical approach to your business, and you'll be able to help a lot of people. Okay, sweetie, that's the main thing that I'm seeing for you. Okay, sweetie, hope that was helpful.
Vivian, you have a dead weight tied around your neck that is pulling you down. All you can see is darkness. And all the cells are missing. The self-esteem, the self-worth, they're all lost within this heavy weight that you're carrying. But the minute that you take that weight off, because you don't really need it, and nobody needs it in this world, just take it off. It's not yours. Just drop it on the floor. Your back will stand straight, and your vision will change. What will happen is that you can see better. Like your vision comes out of the floor into life itself. So you're not narrowed vision towards darkness. You're open vision toward everything around you. I see a door opening for you once you do that. Because once you take all the weight off, there's nothing for you other than to shine and be yourself. That's all there is, really. And with that, you get such a strength that you'll be able to open a door and find yourself into, I don't want to say moving into a different dimension, but literally you're kind of shifting your energy drastically, because prior to opening the door, there's something that you have shelved. You put it on the side. You didn't want to deal with it, or you deal with it, but I'll look into it tomorrow. But tomorrow that will be 10 years down the line, because we always find something else to do to rather than to deal with the issue that we need to do with it. So you've shelved something very important, and once you let all this pain out, you can take that your power and take what you need to do and open the door. And out of that, what I saw at the end is like you're literally waltzing around with another person. You're in such a joyous, happy moment, but you have to let go of a lot of things. I hope that kind of like resonates well, because this was a long a movie for you.
Definitely. Oh my gosh. Well, we hope that was helpful, Viviani, and we're sending you lots of love as you go through that. That's quite a reading, Ramsey. Thank you so much. And the lovely Aaron is here. He said I wanted to drop and say hi from West Yellowstone. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Aaron. It's so good to see you. Oh my gosh. And then Jane is paralyzed by a cat on her lap. I'm so jealous. I hope your legs fall asleep. You're amazing. We love you, Jane. And then, yes, a cat is worth not being able to reach your keyboard, Jane. It totally is. It totally is. Oh, you're so cute. We love Jane so much. She's amazing. And then Viviani says, in the process of letting go, thank you, Ramsey. Oh, we're glad that was helpful. Yeah, Ramsey's a great guy. We appreciate you. And if you guys haven't already, his links are all in the description, and I also put them in the chat. So go ahead and subscribe to his channel. He is an amazing, amazing reader. So let me just copy that, and I'm going to put it in again. Yay. He's got a podcast coming out tomorrow, so you guys don't want to miss that.
Tomorrow at 2.
Okay, 2 o'clock. And 2 o'clock what?
p.m. Eastern Standard, 7 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time.
Okay, so that'll be Eastern, guys. All right. Okay, so that'll be 1 o'clock my time. Okay. Damn, Ramsey. Okay. So let's go ahead and get to our next lovely question. It's Samantha, and then after Samantha, we have the lovely Jane. Okay, can I get a general reading? I made it. Okay, you got it, girl. All right. So I've got some weird stuff coming for you, Samantha. Okay. I asked, is this really? Can't tell me. Am I like on the spot here? Because this is. Yeah. Okay. All right. So there's something going on with your son's father that's going to cause a disruption. Okay. But you're going to be okay. All right. That's the main energy that I'm getting, because I got the King of Pentacles reversed. I got the Lovers, and I got there is a way out for you regarding this. The main thing that I got, sweetie, was I got Taurus in the 5th house. Now, Taurus is all about what brings us stability, what makes us feel like we're grounded, we're secure. You know, it's our savings account in the bank, the food that we're getting every day, the things that we're doing to keep grounded and keep secure. Okay, it's all about securing your base. And I got the 5th house of children. So I went, what's going on with the kids? Something is not working out, okay, with one of them. And it's causing some, just impoverishment, some issues. It could be health. I'm not really sure, but there's something going on there. So I asked, what's going on there? And I got that you do know the answers on how to get out. It's involving someone who's not really great financially in your life, making good decisions. But it will work out in the end, because I did get the Lovers. But I also got that this is something regarding one of the kids. Okay, so I asked Ganesha for some advice for you, And the main energy that I got was that there's a decision that needs to be made. And they're saying to consider all of your options before making an informed choice. Okay. What exactly do you want out of the situation? And how are you going to be satisfied? And is your son going to be satisfied with the way that things are moving? So some things are going to need to change up a little bit because there's just something that's just not working out. You need to take a little more time to rejuvenate. I know you were tired. You're working really hard. They're saying to treat yourself to simple things. I know I got your PowerPoint presentation today. I'm like, this is really good advice for Samantha. To take out time to rejuvenate, to simple things that bring you a lot of joy, like making those blueberry muffins and offering them to the river, things like that. But motivating yourself right now is really important because those new activities are going to take you out of your routine, and it's going to introduce new things to your day-to-day schedule and help you kind of reroute your life a little bit. If there is a negative male energy in and around your life right now, kick him out because you do have new love that's eventually going to be coming for you. We actually did a reading and you know the dates for that. So Ganesha here, he's holding a gada and he's just saying, be more decisive. You've got this. You know what's going on. And once you become a little more strong-minded, you're going to create an opportunity to reflect more on those long-term goals and be in a much better position to plan and ensure that you can achieve them. Okay. You're coming in for a major change and it's going to bring you a lot of self-confidence. So don't worry about that. Wow. We're talking career. We're talking locations. We're talking a lot of things. They're showing me a whole movie. You are a really adventurous spirit. Wow. Okay. So they're just saying right now, just expanding your learning, doing some careful planning, coming from a very moderated approach. That's going to set yourself up for success in all of these various things that they're showing me in your future, which you have a very cool future. And you're moving toward it pretty rapidly. It's going to move you beyond your immediate environment, which I know you've been waiting for a long time. I don't really know who this King of Pentacles reversed is, but it's causing some issues. I'm confused. I'm sure it will come to light. Not sure exactly. I feel my ex has picked the bottle back up. Well, that could be what's going on. Don't let him call or be around the younger son because he can start to cause some issues there. Now, he's made some good decisions in getting away from that dynamic and from that energy, but he still has a hold on him. There's a subconscious need for your son to please this guy, even though he's really, really demeaning and just not nice to him. Okay. He's trying to please his dad, and that's not his job. And it's not normal for a father to treat his son that way, but oh God, it's really abuse. Okay. Let me just kick this guy out. Give me a second. Oh God, Samantha. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Well, yeah, he's not good for the family. So if he's calling your son, if he's trying to make connections because he's bored or he's drunk or he's dialing him, stand in the gap for him if you can, but realize that he is there. He's making his own decisions. He does have his brother to help him, but that he's still being manipulated from afar, especially as your husband starts to kind of lose it. All right, sweetie. Okay, no, it's okay, sweetie. It's all right. I've been around it before. That's why I reacted the way that I did. You're not. It's not anything new. And Jonathan had a father like that too. So you're not alone. It's just oh God, another one. Yeah. All right. So I'm sending you lots of love, and know that you've got this, and you have a decision to be made, and the decision that you make will be for the best. And I want to say hi to Kaylee. It's lovely to see you, dear. We love you, Kaylee. All right. Yeah. All right. So let me put our question back up for you, Ramzi.
There
you go.
Just have as much as you do. Sorry, but you're unplugged and you're drained. You're drained to a point where you can't move anymore. Your heart chakra is kind of squeezing. I feel like my chest is about to to squash my heart out for how much is holding in, and there's so much over here that you can't even speak about it, and I'm so sorry about that. One thing they say is just ground your ground yourself through walking barefoot. Try to do that as much as possible so that you can let the energy flow directly from you towards the earth, and try to do that energy shower so that whatever guk is holding, you really don't need it, and you don't need to hold on to anything anyways. And see, it says eventually it's like the way it shows, there's a dark period which is right over here, and then the path right after it, it's all bright. So it's just a temporary thing, and just hold your position, hold yourself, ground yourself, hold your position, and that will lead you to where you want to go. Just don't fall into those itty bitty petty things that usually takes place, because really they're not helpful. You don't need them, and if you need to close the door and lock it, just lock it in front of people's faces. That's fine. It's not you have nothing to show or to prove to anybody other than to yourself. So hold yourself, hold your family. This is your sacred space, and focus on that. You'll be good. But it's just a temporary dark space that you're going through. Sorry to hear that, but it's kind of turbulent, and then everything will open up. Hope that helps.
Oh, that's beautiful, Ramzi. Thank you so much. I love the way that you put everything into words. You have a very unique way of getting the message across, and I appreciate that. Oh, but it's been too long since we've read together. It's really
Yeah.
good. Yeah, it really has. It's like I think it's been like what, almost a year.
Well, I've been going through my own turmoil for 1 year now. Yeah.
Yeah, and so have I. So it's like it's just been a while
Yeah.
since we were able to kind of like connect and do all of that. So it's really great to connect with you again. Of course, we met behind the scenes, of course, and then kind of caught up in things that were going on. But it's just really good to see you. So I appreciate your energy. Okay. Ooh, all right. So Samantha, yeah, thanks. She goes, thanks to you. That was super helpful. I'm working through it day by day. You got this, girl. I mean, that is a lot of really energy to deal with. And it's like I felt a little ill. You're handling it really beautifully, sweetie. So you got this. Okay, all right. And you've got that Shadabishak moon like me and like the United States. And so we're all going through it right now. And Michelle Obama. So, oh, what is his name so I can follow him? Oh, Ramzi Cheety, and I have all of his links in the description. So, what are you on Facebook? Are you Ramzi Cheety on Facebook, Ramzi?
Yeah, but here's my website, and
oh yes, the website's in there, ramzicheety.net. Yeah.
youtube.com/.
So he'll put that in there, and the next lovely member is Jane. What will my trip look like? Oh, girl. Okay, now it's gonna be action packed. I can tell you that. The first one I got was Mars. Woohoo! Inner warrior time. So you might have to kind of stand up for yourself a little bit. That's the main energy that I get there. That tells me that there could be some things coming your way. Okay, sweetie. All right, you say yay. Okay, good. Well, what Mars is he's kind of an inner warrior. All right, so it's going to be very action packed. Okay, that's the main thing that I see. No, but things are about to change really drastically, sweetie. Just astrologically speaking, you know me, and you kind of got my view of the United States. I hope I didn't like completely freak you out when I sent you that email about the things that I saw. But the main energy that I got was I tapped into Ganesha because I know that we have similar followings and guides, and I got steadfastness. Okay. They're saying to not go back and forth or be moved by the circumstances that will surround you during the trip. Oh my gosh, really, you guys? Okay. they're showing me an Indian warrior, Native American warrior, literally tying a rope around his foot. And he puts a stake in the ground and he's tying like this rope around his foot. And it's more than, oh, wow. Okay, he's putting it through the back of his leg and he's like tying the rope really tight. Is he putting it into his skin? Oh, that's crazy. And he's like tying a rope like around, not around his ankle, but like through his foot. And he's got like this weapon and he's going, let's go. Okay, that's how to be focused on your purpose, I guess. Like dancing with wolves, don't let go of your homestead and don't let go of your ground. Don't be swayed by what other people are thinking or what they perceive they think. Spirit is actually going to reveal to you that any efforts that you make are not going to be futile. If you're not feeling a lot of recognition or appreciation, know that your struggle is it's not hopeless. You're actually really strong. I know that you've got a lot of Abhijit energy in your chart, which is mongoose energy, and that Pluto's going through it right now, which is why you're dealing with death-like circumstances. So know that you, on an intellectual level, that you are going to be okay. Don't be shaken if you're not seeing the fruit of all of your efforts, okay? Now notice that Ganesha here is riding an elephant, okay? He's asking you to engage in energy that really taps into that beautiful dedication inside of you, that kindness, that communication that you have in relationships, and know that that is a very powerful place within you. Elephants are really tough. They're part of a pachyderm. Okay, so they're very protecting of others. They try to nurture others, and they lead the way forward. Now, this is a matriarchal elephant, and she's the female leader of the herd. And she's leading you in a way that's both gentle and inclusive. So know that any messages that you're getting right now, telepathically especially, that's how elephants communicate, they are correct. They are being received from your guides. And your ability to truly listen to others in your environment may be a little more enhanced during the trip. Okay? So what else, guys? There's going to be a lot of ever-changing things going on, but remain focused. Stay committed, stay on track. Don't give up, and change will come as soon as the situation will be transformed. So there's something that's going to happen while you're on the trip. There's something big, okay? There is a promise for the future. Okay, that's the main thing that I got. Great things. Don't fear what's happening, because the world's going to feel like it's a little turned upside down. The reason why you're going through this is, like I said, Pluto, Lord Yama, is going over your moon. That's your ability to care and nurture for others. It's also your emotional state. He is testing it hard. That's the god of death. So stand firm in your resolve and know that you've got this. Okay. Oh, and I know you're not attached to any outcome. You're amazing. Like, you've got that yogi energy in your chart. You are really, really strong. And then Rose Blue says, Native Americans put a spear in the ground, did the same thing, and they tied it around the ankle. Okay, that's interesting, because that's what they showed me. And I went, I don't know enough about this to kind of like explain it. But that was the energy they gave me, is like, stand your ground, know that you're correct, and know that you can move in a circle, but don't leave your post. Don't jump to someone's rescue is the main thing that they're showing me. Stay where you are and stay grounded and try to direct the fight where you are. Coming to the rescue is not going to solve the problem. That's the main thing they're showing me. Okay. And I know this happened to you when, okay, they're showing me that when you were staying with your mother, and I think you shared this with me, that there was another emergency that happened. You were supposed to stay where you were then, and you did that then too. So that's good. So you already have this. So, and you're taking the train. Okay. All right. That's great. Well, enjoy the trip, but know that there are some things that might happen while you're gone, because that's just, but it's not your battle. Okay. Your battle is you and in your immediate environment, the circle that they're showing me with the rope. Okay. Oh, yeah, that was a lot. Okay, Jane, I'm kind of excited to see what Ramsey says because he can maybe lighten that up a little
Well,
bit.
the minute I read the question, I got like a single answer. Great. so, so the trip is perfect. There's nothing there. But I have a question for you. Do you have a grandmother or a mother or a great, I don't know, somebody from a woman in the family with the hair to the shoulder? Sometimes, like, they wear them like this. I don't know. I was trying to draw something, but I'm really bad at drawing. But oh, you won't see it because I have the filter in. So the hair is like kind of like that, but shoulder length. Uh, if it's yes or no, it's just you're. Is that you, my mom?
Her mom looks like Joni Mitchell a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. She's here.
And her mom, Joni, she's still alive. She's in her
She's still
90s.
alive.
Yeah. Mhm.
She's okay. She's a guide, and she's kind of a motherly provider, and she wants to kind of take care of you. It's like it doesn't matter how old you are, you're still a little baby. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Her age doesn't matter because she's more of a nurturer, and like she's preparing food for you and stuff like that. That's the image that I see. But it doesn't have to be preparing food, but it's of a nurturing thing for you. And she's also she's a pillar for you. She can help you. I'm the baby in the family. Oh, no wonder. Okay, so you'll always be the baby of the family, even if you're 500 years old. It doesn't matter, and she will always be there, babying you and taking care of you. So she's there for you. Um, Anything that you need, she's always around. But I'm trying to figure out what else was there. And then there's this in this strip, there is an opportunity that is going to come up. Okay. It's just a massive door. One of those, you would find them as a grand in palaces and stuff like that, where the frame is thick, it has gold on it, and the door is still closed, and it's you who has the key. So something is going to come up, and you will decide if this is for you, you want to take it or not. But there's something that is changing, and your mom will be there for help. She kind of, I'm not sure, a guide where she would tell you what to do, but more of a comforting person. Is just like her presence will kind of open up things for you. And I take the key everywhere. What key? I take my key. Oh, you have a key just in case a door comes up. It's coming. It's coming.
Oh, I
Have
love
fun with
that.
it.
That's awesome. That's fantastic, Jane. Oh, okay. So I am not seeing any more tips, so we are going to move into lightning round. And Jane says, yes. I love that for you, Jane. That's awesome. Okay. So I'm going to start calling people in the audience. We have Akella. Are you here? Please check in. Joyful Jen, are you here? Please check in. CEV 12, please check in. Oh, that's Jane. Sherman, please check in. Jacqueline and Arcana, please check in. All right. So Arcana is here. And Nay is here. Oh, I saw Nay come in. And Lighted Commando, welcome from Twitch. It's great to see you. I don't know what that means, but it's lovely to have you here. And Nay Mermaid is here. It is lovely to see you. Beautiful name. Welcome to the chat. And we're happy that you're with us. Okay. So Sherman is here. CEV is Twitter. And Arcana is here. Okay. So, oh, you're welcome, Nay Mermaid. It's lovely to see you. Okay, so Akella, or is Akella here? Did they come in? Let me look. Not yet. So I'll go to the next one. Joyful, is Joyful here? Not seeing Joyful. Okay. The third in line is CEV. Okay, will I reach my new goal? And if so, when? Okay. Let's see. And this is just, this is lightning round, so I'll go ahead and put this up here. Woohoo, we're big. Okay. Interesting. Okay, sweetie. The main thing I'm getting is that you need to really focus on what's going on in your house. Okay. There's some injustice going on, girl. All right. There's something that's not good. I got fourth house in Sagittarius, and that needs to be your focus right now. Back in the day, I had a friend that was going through this, and I told her, look, you really need to look at the equity in your house and protect your assets, because she was in a bad relationship and some other things. But what I'm getting from you is that you really need to hone in on this, because when I get Sagittarius and I get fourth house energy, this tells me that there is something, oh God, there is something going on when it comes to your real estate. Someone's doing something dirty. Okay. This might be someone in the house. Okay. Let me just ask for some confirmation here. All right, you do know a way out of this. Okay, it's not too late. I got the 9 of Cups and I got the King of Pentacles. If you really put your financial goals moving forward, if you could tell me if you own a home, that would be great, because the seventh house, the fourth house could also be the mother. Okay, and they could also be linked. So because I've got some energy in and around that. So there is a way out of this if you take financial control of the situation. But that's the main thing that I'm getting. There's an injustice going on with real estate or the mother. It could be linked. You need to put your focus and your energy in it. That's why I got Sagittarius, because there's something not great going on there. And your wishes can be fulfilled if you really take the financial reins on this, because this is very, very familiar. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting there. Yes, you own a home. Okay. Look into that. Is there someone else on the title, or someone else that can step in? Really look into that. Okay. There is an injustice going on. Someone's doing something behind the scenes. It's not great. Okay. And you really need to focus in on that. All right. Is anyone else on the title? You don't have to tell me like their name or anything, but just be aware. Okay. That there might be something weird going on there. Okay. Yeah, that's maybe it's a home related matter. When I get the injustice card, it's a legal matter. Okay. Yeah, but you still have a chance to turn it around. Okay. That's the main thing that I'm getting. Ramzi, anything you're picking up on?
Yeah. The question was, did you achieve your goal, and if, when, whatever. Your goal is moving a lot, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There's a distraction within it. Okay.
I think no. Oh.
Pardon?
Yeah, there's something really big that they're showing me, and they're like, the goal is, oh God, it's not based in reality. It needs to be about the home right now. That's what I'm getting. I mean, you could correct me if I'm wrong, Ramzi, but it's a big one. It's like an injustice that's going on. But
there's something extremely loud, distracting in the house. And that's why, like, okay, I use my pendulum, and it said yes, and while it's saying yes, and it goes into the no, and it goes into the yes, and I'm all confused, and it goes this and wait, and it doesn't matter how I formulated the question, it was done. It's in the same way. It's like it's always moving. So there's two things. There's one, that you're not grounded and you don't know what your goal. It's not you don't know. It's like your goal is not set, kind of thing. It's kind of moving within the distraction of your environment. Just focus on what you need to do.
And they say, I will keep my eyes open. Okay, good. Yeah, I just feel like I know you. That's really weird. Okay. because I tapped in and I feel like I know you a little bit. So that was okay. All right. All right. So I release. Sorry. Little heart. That person got into my heart space a little bit. So I just have to, sending you lots of love, sweetie. Okay. All right. So let's see here. We have, okay, Akela, are you here? Joyful Jen, are you here? I don't think I saw, did Sherman come in? Let me look. Yes, you did. So Sherman is next. Okay. I would want to ask, should I continue on my creative art path? Okay, that's nice and light. I like that. Okay, let's see. Creative art path. Oh. It's going to bring you a lot of spiritual fulfillment and help you connect to your higher self, but it might not bring in the money that you're looking for. Okay, that's the main thing I'm getting. And I got, if you're doing it for the money, it's a big no. Okay, if you're doing it to help yourself on a spiritual level, I'm getting a huge yes. Okay, because the art is basically for you. It's not for other people. Not that they should appreciate it because it's actually beautiful. They're showing me what you're creating. But the focus needs to be on your Muladhara chakra and getting your finances in order. Okay. The main thing that I'm seeing for you is that the art will not bring you the security that you're seeking right now or ease that part of your anxiety that I'm picking up on. So again, I got the Five of Pentacles. It came up reversed. Okay. But then I got the Star. So the star tells me that it is going to bring you a lot of beautiful spiritual transformation. It might help you connect with your guides a little bit more. That's a big, beautiful thing. But it's really important that you stay grounded throughout this process and really focus on your material needs as well. And then I got the South Node. You were an artist in a past life. They are moving you away from that so that you can focus on things that are a little more practical, and you can work on those elements and focus on those as well. Okay, that's the main energy that I'm getting for you. Okay, Sherman. Wonderful art, beautiful stuff. It's just that it's part of my anxiety. Yeah. So this will help you with the anxiety piece, and it will help you get in tune with your higher self. So when you come home from your very stable, practical job, you can do art. And that will help you kind of get your headset out of what happened at work and other things like that. I mean, I don't sell any of my art, and I've got pieces that are just, I have books that I have written that I haven't published. I have art pieces that I've created that I don't put out there. And what it does is it helps me focus my energy into a very concentrated practice, and it takes my anxiety away. So I think that's what it's doing for you. And I think you should continue to do it because it is really beautiful and it is helping you hone your energy and reach your guides. Okay, sweetie?
I got the same message. Is that this is not for financial gain,
Mm-hmm.
it's for fulfillment, and it will help you a lot. That's all I was getting. Is like keep on doing it, but make sure that the reasoning behind it is true, and be true to yourself, because this is for you, not for financial gain.
You say true. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, know that it's very important what you're doing, and know that this place, it's actually a dream. The art that you're doing isn't. Okay. That's going to carry you into your next birth. So that's very important work that you're doing, but it's just for you and your soul. Okay, sweetie?
And you'll never know. In a year or two, things will change, and you might sell them and start to make it into a career. But today, it's for your personal growth.
And Cheryl, we did get your question in the queue. Oh my goodness. We'll definitely answer that for you. Okay, sweetie? All right. All right. So Akela and Joyful did not check in. So we're going to go with Jacqueline. Are you still here, Jacqueline? Please check in. Arcana, are you still here? And then we're going to get to Cheryl. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and close out. So Jacqueline, Arcana, and then we will answer your question, Cheryl. That's a big one. Okay.
Arcana is here.
Arcana is here. So we will do you next, Arcana. Will I be financially fulfilled in 2025, and how? Okay. Well, let's find out. I know that in the United States it's a little choppy, but I'm not getting that you are based there. Oh, you're going to be traveling. Okay. There's something really big and emotional going on. Okay, involves twins. Interesting. These twin souls. What's going on there? Okay. So the main thing that I'm getting as far as your finances is you might want to move or relocate, because I did get ninth house. This can also be you're expanding your philosophy as well. Okay. Then I got the moon. The moon is a very emotional card. This tells me that you see finances from a more emotional experience, and not to allow them to cloud your judgment a little bit, okay? But pay attention to the cycles of your moon, because that's really important, especially pay attention to what nakshatra and or sign your moon is in and what it's doing throughout the week. You might want to keep a moon journal, because that can help you really navigate what cycles are coming. We have what's called nakshatras in Vedic astrology, and some are very beneficial and some are not so much. So making those decisions regarding your finances on those days and at those times and during those horas are very key. As a Vedic astrologer, I choose the right muhurta for everything. I look at the hour, I look at the day, I look at the week, and I look at what's going on in the sky before I make any major decisions. And now that I'm living in Mexico, I can spend more time doing that. And my journal's the same. So my day is literally scheduled hour by hour, and sometimes even, chunks of time within those hours to get things done, because I know that is the most auspicious time to do them, and it saves us a lot of time. So that's important to do, is to pay attention to those lunar cycles. But you're going to move to a place where you feel emotionally fulfilled. That's the main thing that I'm getting. And you have a twin in this birth. Okay, I got Gemini, and I usually pick this card, and it's all about communication, but this tells me that this is a twin soul and that you're kind of doing work together. All right. When you come across this decision that's going to come your way, and I actually got this, and there are two swordfish outside of my apartment when I said, where are we going to move? I got the Two of Swords for you. So this is answers found through meditation. Notice that her hands are crossed over her heart. She's not making this from an emotional perspective. Her eyes are blindfolded. She's not coming from intellect or a 3D perspective, and her ears are also guarded. And that the moon overhead is it's not full, and it's also in between the days. Okay, it's not quite sunrise or sunset. Answers will be found in meditation is the main thing that I'm getting, but that you will have a major financial decision to make, and that you need to sit in meditation to do it. You cannot rely on the 3D to make this decision for you, and you cannot rely on it emotionally. Your guides are really, really wanting you to tap in and ask them for answers. They've been doing this with me recently, so it's really difficult. But if you step more into your spiritual practices, especially in the morning and before you go to bed, they'll be able to enter your dream states more easily. Let me try to find out what's going on with Ganesha for you. Very clear. Okay, he's helping me out. They're helping you step into empowerment so that you don't let people walk all over you. That's what I got. Okay. This is your Manipura nakshatra. Sorry, your Manipura chakra. It is your personal empowerment. It's what you do to make yourself feel powerful and secure, and how you stand up for yourself. They're showing me that you tend to back off before really flexing your abs and showing people who you are. They're helping you do that by giving you a set of circumstances financially and personally that will help you step forward and come from a place of power and security that comes from within and not from outside of yourself. Okay, sweetie? Because you give your power to other people too easily. And you do have a twin in this world, but it's not their job. The reason you're not with them is because you have to step into that power yourself first. Okay. I hope that was helpful, sweetie.
Well, mine was, again, one word, but then more things came up. Will I be fulfilled, financially fulfilled in 2025? The answer was instantly no. The fulfillment comes from what you're doing, loving what you're doing. That's where the fulfillment comes. Financial comes after. It comes. It's if you're a farmer, you don't say how many apples I'm gonna pick at the end of the day. You just do your work because that's what you like. And at the end of the day, whatever comes out of the tree, that's your financial reward for it. But you don't work for the apples, you work for the tree, you work for the land. And you have to put your heart into what you're doing so that you can achieve a fulfillment. But also, when I asked my guys, all I got was a wheel of fortune in my head, which I don't get a wheel of fortune. And a wheel of fortune is a change in situations in life. So that you might move, you might do a different work, you might, whatever it is that you're trying to do, if you center yourself properly and work towards loving the works that you do, then the change and the financial reward will be coming right after, and it won't take long. It won't take long. Yeah, I saw you lifting a card. Go ahead.
So she mentioned that she is the Nisha Nakshatra. That is the star symphony, and it's the power to give abundance and fame. Hi, I am on the Denisha Shadabishat cusp. So we're in the same court there, okay? And I have a twin, okay? It's a long, difficult journey. He's going to have to go through his stuff, and you're going to have to go through your stuff, but you got this, okay? That is part of your life, especially if your moon goes into Anurata. You also just went through to Sadhisati. My heart goes out to you. I went through that too. I had to develop a ton of boundaries. It was hard. Like, it ripped my heart out of my chest a few times, but know that you've got this, okay? And that you will find that person, especially if you're in that fourth pada, because you are headed for that energy, okay, sweetie? And wow, you said in the first reading, you told me I'll be working with my twin flame to help the needy. Well, guess what I'm doing? And I'm the same nakshatra as you, sweetie. So you're not alone. It will happen. But you know how many frogs and toads I had to go through before I found someone that was actually willing to do that work with me? It took a long time. So just know that you got this. Like Ramzi said, he goes, your advice was brilliant, Ramzi. So, and she says, thank you, gratitude. You're very welcome. So, yeah. Okay. All right. So thank you so much for moderating, Jackie. You're amazing. We love you so much. There's got to be more than one of her. I just decided. All right. So let's see. Okay. So I love that you're Dinesh Nakshatra. My heart goes out to you. Gosh, we've got it rough this time around. So Jacqueline, are you still here, sweetie? Go ahead and check in Jacqueline. And then we're going to do Cheryl Brown. Okay. Akella, are you back? Or Joyful Jen, are you back? I want to give you guys a chance, but those are our last questions, okay? All right. So go ahead and check in. We've got Akella, Joyful Jen, Jacqueline, and Cheryl. Okay, Joyful's here. All right. Thank you for being here, sweetie. Oh, Aditi loves you, Hella Christina. I could just tell you that. Aditi is a beautiful mother goddess. If she's upset with you, it's because you're not tapping in and spending more time in meditation and sadhana and just giving her more love. Mamas love it when we spend time with them. We give them a phone call, we check in, and we say, hey, Mom, what's up? We love you. What's going on? So just call her on the phone, aka meditate, and she'll tap right in there, sweetie. All right? So, yeah, that Aditi is beautiful. Like, yeah, are you talking about an actual goddess or are you talking about a friend? Like, that's what I tapped into, was the goddess. But Pooja, I did not get your question, dear. But Jacqueline hasn't come in. Let me look. I apologize. I don't have Jonathan to help me. My twin's on the couch.
Jacqueline just checked in.
Oh, Jacqueline checked in. Okay, Jacqueline is here. Okay, so we'll get to Jen and then Jacqueline. Okay, sweetie. Okay, so Jen, what do my guides want me to know? All right, sweetie, let me go to my karma cards first. Okay, Joyful Jen. So good to see you, honey. Well, they have you focused on foreign travel too. I'm telling you guys, March 14th is going to be a big, big eclipse. March 15th is going to be some drama. Just be aware. That's why we're here in Mexico. Oh, you're leaving. Okay. Wow. They're being very clear, sweetie. Joyful Jen, like, do you mind telling us where you live? I mean, not specifically, but like just in general. And Pooja, if you ask, you can go ahead and do it again. I missed your question. I apologize. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be real good when you choose to move. Okay, so the first thing I got was ninth house. This is moving abroad. So I said, okay, what's going on when she moves abroad? Okay, you're leaving. You're literally leaving it behind. You see that bowl, that fiery bowl? You are walking away. Okay? Emotionally, you're going to just walk away. And then I got the Four of Wands. You have a beautiful, beautiful future awaiting you. You're from Ottawa, Canada. Okay, well, some stuff's going to come out, and you are going to walk away and go to another place in the world, and you are going to be really freaking happy with it. So that's what your guides want you to know, is to expand your vision of the world and to start traveling, girl, because you got this. Oh, message from your guides. I got you, Pooja. Okay.
My turn. I tell you, run away from the snow as far as possible. I'm so sorry. This year, you guys got it really, really, really bad. So
Oh,
by
and
the
even though
time
this is a
you,
beach, it looks like snow, doesn't it? And the trees don't have
yes,
leaves. Yeah, I love that, Ramsey.
by the time you dig yourself out of there, just continue walking. Don't stop. I kind of get the same thing. Is that's just there's a movement, okay, but with the movement comes serenity. It's like 50 centimeters. Yeah, you just got 50 centimeters. That's on top of what you just got the last week. I think 2 storms and the blizzard and all of them. It's just crazy. Um, with the movement, there's serenity that's coming out of it. So don't hold yourself back, and don't even think too much about it. Just go with the flow, and things are just like beautifully laid out and open for you. Okay. Hope that helps, because I missed all these snow, and I'm like sitting in shorts right now and in AC.
Yeah, yeah. I'm dying in here, you guys. So I
Yeah.
hear you. Okay. And then Nicole says it's snowing so hard right now in Norfolk, Virginia. It's Virginia, it's
Wow.
Texas, it's Louisiana. Ramsey, Louisiana had a blizzard. Feet. Louisiana. That's
That's
just,
crazy.
and that's literally the Lord, the goddess, whoever you worship, going,
I'll show you.
yeah, over there. That's just my opinion for astrological purposes only. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I actually went to my Kali Oracle before we moved, and she literally said, if you go to Mexico, you can say whatever you want. And I'm like, really? She goes, you won't know los Estados Unidos. So and she goes, serenity now. There you go. Go, Jen. And Jackie goes, wow, Jen. Yeah, I agree. It's some great stuff. Okay. I love it when I get those cards. All right. So let's see here. You could do Cheryl, are you still here, honey? Are you still in the audience? You want to answer that question about your son. Go ahead and check in, honey, because we do want to answer your question. Find out where he is. Hmm. I can tell you that your efforts to try to find him will be in vain. It'll be a bit of a hangman moment. Okay, it's going to take a while. When I get a 10 of Wands reversed, it tells me that it's a journey that's not going to lead to a whole lot. Okay. Then I got the Hanged Man. That tells me you're going to have to wait a little bit before you find out what's coming. You are holding him in your heart. This is the best thing that you can do for him, is to make a space for him in your heart. And when you're meditating and praying for him, you can do a mantra. I'm going to go ahead and give you one. Om Dom Durgaye Namaha. Om Dom Durgaye Namaha. Om Dom Durgaye Namaha. And that's something that you can do with just closed eyes. You can do it via a mala or just in your heart space and say that over and over again. And that's the mother goddess coming to offer him protection. Because I got that he is going through some kind of mental imbalance. There's something really weird going on. Okay. When I get the King of Swords reversed, this is someone who's not using their mental facilities or they're not using things properly. So he could be going through a little bit of a mental breakdown, and or be in and around people that are not good satsang, good company. But he's just up in his head and he's in a really bad place. Okay, sweetie. We are sending lots of prayers for your son. Thank you, Renee, for saying that. Wow. This is the best thing that you can do. See how she's holding a beautiful bowl in her, and it's over her heart chakra, and she's creating space for him. This is the best thing that you can do, is pray for him, because we do live in a vibrational universe, and that she's putting all of that power out to kind of help him out of this really bad mental state that he's in. He's not seeing things clearly. He's literally surrounded by, bats and bad thoughts and things going on in his head. And it's because he's going through some major transformation right now. It is good for his spirit, but he's really struggling with it. And he might be turning to things that aren't best for him to help him deal with that. And your efforts are not going to be helpful right now, because this is something that he needs to work through. Okay? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I feel the depth of her heart too, Renee. It's really beautiful. Okay.
Well, the only thing you can do is just pray and send him positive energy, because the minute that your question surfaced a while back, all I saw somebody is hiding. He's hiding. He's ashamed. He's in a dark space, but he had to run around the corner and hide for some reason. I don't know. Just keep him in your thoughts as a positive thoughts, and he will come around eventually. Okay. I can't tell you don't stress. It's your son. No matter if he's out for an hour and he doesn't call, you're going to be stressed. I can't tell you not to stress. That's like me being silly and saying stupid things. But just be good to yourself, so that when he's there and ready to come back, you're strong enough to be able to hold yourself and hold him in your positive energy, so that you can wash whatever it is away from him. I'm sorry, whatever came out, that just came out. It's not from me.
Well, and he said, wash away. Okay, you see how he's on the beach here, and he has all of these cups, and they're just being filled. You see the snake there? That's what you're washing away. That's the delusion. This is my delusion card. He's not thinking clearly. He's going through a mental breakdown. Okay, we've all gone through that. We call them dark nights of the soul as empaths, and he's really struggling. But this came up upside down as Ramzi was talking, so he will pull through. And if you sit there and you give him space in your heart and you pray for him, you do a mantra or a prayer for him, no matter what your faith is, you can take energetic authority, just like Renee said. Okay, sweetie, and you can claim peace and know that, she goes, I'm a mom to a son, you're not alone. Okay, sweetie, so that's really big. And Kim is also sending blessings for you and your son as well. Okay, so we're claiming all of those things for you. As you sit and you create that space inside of your heart and you claim that energy for him, he can pull out of it. I'll just be honest with you. I had a dark night of the soul in 2023, and this guy helped me out of it, because it was a hard one. We go through them every now and then. Like, we lose somebody that we love very much, and it's like our heart getting ripped out of our chest, and we don't really know how to handle it. So sometimes we forget to see the reality, which is that this is Maya. We're part of a play. It's Leela. But when we're in between those worlds, we can get a little, it's kind of like being slightly out of phase, and you're not really thinking clearly. And that's what I see your son is in right now. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you all in the audience for giving her some love.
Yeah.
We really appreciate that. And you're so welcome, Cheryl. We're sending you lots of love as you work through that difficult energy. Okay. All right. Miss Pooja, are you here? Message from your guides. Pooja, Pooja. And thank you, Jackie, for putting in. You are so amazing. Thank you. And yes, and bye to all. Thank you, Cheryl. We hope that you subscribe and come back and let us know how you're
Yeah.
doing. And please let us know how your son's doing. We're being honest here, sweetie. Come back. Let us know like what's going on, okay? Because we're here. Okay. And thank you, Jackie, for putting Ramsey's channel in. You are amazing. We love you. Oh my gosh. Yes.
It didn't work.
Yeah. Your heart cries
Oh,
for peace. Yeah. We're sending you love as you go through that, Cheryl. You're not alone, honey.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and Jacqueline's here too. Okay. Thank you for checking in, sweetie. All right. So the lovely Pooja, message from my guides. Okay. Just gonna do this real quick. Okay, there is a reverse King of Wands in your life. I don't know what that is, but this is a guy who's not using his actions properly. That's this guy right here. Okay. So you need to be aware of that. Where's this at, guys? Okay, Sagittarius and 12th house. Okay. Your guys really want you to tap into your intuition with this person. Keep your involvement hidden from them. And you will see justice if you go in. Okay, so they're saying keep your involvement hidden, go in. Don't tell your secrets to this person. You can't trust them. Okay? You need to be a little bit of a hermit and trust yourself. This one flew down. And this is Sagittarius. So this is all about tuning into your guides and paying attention to what they're saying and really honing into the energy that they're giving you. 12th house is the house of spirituality. So that's the main energy that I am getting for you. I don't know who this is, Pooja, but just be aware. Okay, sweetie? All right, Jacqueline. I did call you a few times, but you did not check in. So let's see if I can find your question again. If it's just from your guides, let me know. But I did call you, sweetie, a couple of times. All right. What did you pick up, Ramsey?
Oh, sorry. You're overthinking something, and that's kind of like been on your mind. That's just like too much. What do you call that? Noise in your head, what's giving you headache sometimes and stress in your body. So what your guys are trying to tell you is that relax and flow with it. There's nothing for you to decide or do anything about it. Just let it be, because what do you call it? They're there to guide you along with it. So it's not for you to decide what needs to be done. It's for you to be present for what needs to come out so that you can just receive it. Let it go. That's the message.
Okay.
Hope that helps.
Yeah, let that go. That's not going to serve you anymore. I love that. Thank you so much, Ramsey. Okay, Jacqueline, thank you for answering your question. I need some direction. Your dad died. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry,
So sorry.
sweetie. January 24th of 2025. Okay, so here's the good news. He went out of the North Path. What does that mean? If he died after January 13th/14th, he went to a higher realm of existence, which tells me he's a high souled one. So he can be a guide, and he didn't have to take on another human birth. And so he's getting stuff from gurus and like higher spirits and all kinds of stuff. So Vedically, that makes me very happy. I apologize. I am so sorry for your loss, but I love the date because that tells me that this is like a really cool soul, and that he's still going to be able to contact you. So that's good. He's not going to have to go down the shadow path and take on a new birth and develop a new family and all this other stuff. He's still connected. Okay. You're being kind to yourself during your grief, but I'm struggling. I'm a caretaker. I'm feeling lost. I want to help people, but I'm not sure how. Oh, sweetie, you need to create space for yourself. I don't need to pull cards for that. Caretakers always forget to take care of themselves first. All right, sweetie. That's the main energy. And oh, you're welcome, Pooja. So let's see if I can pull some cards for you. They're saying get out. I got the Hermit reversed, and Ramzi, you can step in anytime. I got the Hermit reversed for you. You're here. Thank you for coming here, knowing that you do have a community that loves and supports you, and that we've also lost people in our lives, especially those high-souled people. And know that you can actually tap in. He's actually saying you can tap into him. He's as close to you now than ever, more than he was physically. So you can actually just sit down and ask him what you need, and he will be there. Ganesha, how could she tap in? What's the best way for her as a caregiver? Okay, Ganesha said another deck. Let me see. Ramsey's a psychic medium, and he helps with grief, and he helps transmute a lot of those knots that you might be feeling with grief. We shared that at the beginning of the show. He can really help you through this, through his practice as well. So you might want to get a reading from him as well. Oh. Okay, honey. Now, when I pull this card, what this tells me is that you are really going through something disappointing in life. Okay, it's making you feel a little rejected, depressed, but you need to let go. Okay, so this is the card I got for you. This is my Five of Cups card. So even in times where we're feeling separated from those that we love, or feeling disenchanted from their beautiful presence, know that your attitude can make all the difference in turning things around. Know that your father is closer to you now than ever. And that in seeing the glass as half full rather than half empty is a really good thing, because he's so much more in tune on the other side. There's a disillusionment going on. And it's because you're in a physical body. We all go through that. It's called the limiting adjunct in the Vedas. And what it does is it makes us feel like here is reality. It actually isn't. Spirit is reality. It's more reality than here. And that he is more with you now and can support you more now than ever before. Okay, so you have to let go of his physical form. That's the main thing that they're saying, because he is a much brighter, bigger spirit, and he came on this earth to help you on your journey. And he's going to continue to help you, and he can do a lot more in spirit. So avoid any self-medication, especially if you're feeling depressed or despondent. And know that fear of failure and anything like that it'll prevent you from developing that beautiful, bright future that he's showing me that is in store for you. And that it's important to seek professional help, especially if you're feeling a little rejected, if you're feeling like you're not being as valued as you should be, especially as that beautiful caregiving heart that I'm tapping into. If you're feeling a lot of loneliness right now, know that you're never alone, and that he's with you always. Whenever you think of him or call on him, he's with you. Work on letting go and looking beyond a disappointment. And one of the things that you might do is he's showing me a shoebox. And there's photos and memories and things that you can keep in this shoebox. And when you open it up and you look at these photos, when you look at these memories, when you look at these things that you had together, that you'll be able to, it's like a box. And he's like, look at the box, look at the photos, look at the things that I have left you, these memories, and I will be right next to you as you reflect on them, because he's very high souled. Okay, sweetie. And that makes me happy. He struggled bad at the end. It's over. That struggle was actually the last bit of karma that he had to let go so that he could continue on a higher plane, so that he did not have to go to other planes to pay off some of the things that his soul did in other births, and he could just step right into where he needed to be. And she says, yes, I miss home. Thank you so much. You're welcome, sweetie. Is there anything you're picking up on, Ramzi?
Yeah. I'm so sorry for your loss. It's never easy when you lose a parent, even if they're like 500 years old. It's still not easy.
Yeah.
It felt like a piece of you just fell off, kind of, you know, a piece of you died with him. My suggestion, based on what I went through when my father dad passed away, is I had to grieve. I had to go through that grief, no matter what. No matter what people tell you, you have to go through it. Okay, and just be gentle on yourself. Don't be too hard. And the good part is he's not far away. And I don't know if he used to do that, just do this on your head, because he was doing this on your head while Michelle was passing on the message. But he's also hugging you right now, and he's going to be your guide from this point on. That bond that you had with him in the physical form will need to be strengthened even more for the spiritual form that he's in, which is he's right next to you. And if you keep on connecting with him and asking him to get closer so that you can feel him or give you signs, he's always there, and he will always be there for you. He never left you and will never, ever, ever leave you. I don't know why I say that things like this sometimes, but that's exactly what comes out. What is exact? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Exactly. That's that 5 of Cups energy. You tapped right into it, Ramzi. And we're just sending you tons of love, and the audiences too. Even on Facebook, we've got people saying exactly. And yeah, oh my goodness. And then oh, you have a new subscriber, Ramzi. Leslie. Okay. Well, yes, Leslie, please come back. We're going to be doing readings in the future. I need to have you back, Ramzi, because you're amazing. And my audience loves you, as you can tell. We're getting lots of new subscribers for Ramzi. According to Jackie, you hit 100 subscribers.
Awesome.
Yes, you have read. Oh, yay. All right.
Thank you all.
Yeah, so come back. We'll get you some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ramzi is amazing. And then Pooja says, thank you, Michelle and Ramzi, for that message. It helped a lot. Thank you for Michelle for taking me last minute. Of course, sweetie. And then Lindsay, please come back. Okay, we're always wanting to take your questions and everything, but I've had Ramzi on for over 2 hours, and I don't want to overstay his I don't want to put too much on him. Okay. So and thank you, Renee. We really appreciate that so much. And then we love your energy too, sweetheart. And then I miss laughing with him. I'm actively trying to replace longing to speak with him with a positive memory. Oh, sweetie, like he showed me that, you know, you do have some positive memories, but it's one of those things that you're going to have to step into gradually. But know that when you release that disappointment, it will bring in new opportunities for you. Okay, sweetie, I know this is a highly emotional time for you, and my heart goes out to you. And know that you do have a community here, and come back and let us know how you're doing. You're not alone, both 3D and all the other Ds, especially 12D over here. So, all right. So I want to thank all of you for joining us. And yes, Jackie says, subscribe to Ramzi. He's got an amazing show going on tomorrow. It's going to be 1 o'clock Central. It will be 11 o'clock Pacific, and it will be 2 o'clock your time.
2 Eastern. Yeah.
Eastern, yeah. So those are the times that you can tap into his new podcast. And you are so welcome, Jacqueline. Yeah, come back and let us know how you're doing, sweetie. Like, we're serious. We're a community here.
Yeah.
And thank you for sharing Ramzi's channel, Jackie. You're amazing. We love you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I met her through Scott, and Scott is one of my favorite people on the planet. So yeah, you and Jackie and Marilla and the whole gang. We just love you guys so much. And thank you for the roses, sweetie. Yeah, see, there's 4 of them. I knew there were 4 of you. Oh, and thank you, Renee James. We hope that you come back and spend some time with us. And yeah, I'll definitely have Ramsey on more often because we love him. So,
Thank you.
all right. So we want to, is there anything else you want to announce before we go, Ramsey?
Nope, just join me tomorrow at 2 p.m. It's fun. It's going to be
It
fun.
will be. It will be. And I'll
Yeah.
be on tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Central. That'll be 6:30 Pacific and 9:30 Eastern. So you're welcome to join me as well. And oh, Nicole, I didn't know that. That's very cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I love that your parents are your angels. August 21st is a beautiful date. All right. So we're sending you guys lots of love and oh, and she's already subscribed. There you go. So yes. Yay. Thank you. We love Ramsey. Oh, thank you, Renee. We appreciate you. Okay. So we're sending you guys lots of love and take care, everyone.